Hi, YouTube. This is Erica from In the Company of Cards. I mentioned that there would be no conversations, Sunday conversations today, just because it's the holiday and people are busy. But I thought, there is a guest I could invite, and that is my tarot deck. You all know me as a Lenormandist, but I read, of course, tarot as well. Tarot was my gateway drug, I guess you could say, to Lenormand. Welcome back. We have surpassed the 23,000 subscriber mark. As I always say, crazy, but I'm thrilled. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for all your comments. I do read everything. Um, Someone mentioned that their comment had been deleted 3 times. And let me just say for the record, that wasn't me doing the deleting then, because if there's a comment, if I felt called upon to delete it 3 times, that person would no longer be among us, if you get my drift. So I don't know what happened. It might have been a glitch with Facebook. So, try your comment again. Um, I appreciate all of the commentary, and again, always, as long as it is respectful and polite to others. I love that you all are talking amongst yourselves. I think that's great. So I thought I would do something that I have not done before. You go, and I'm going to use tarot, but I thought what I would like to do is to look at, since the new year is upon us almost, the first 3 months of the new administration. Now, you know, I've heard all the speculation. I've seen what other readers have had to say about who will be inaugurated. Um, I hope that I'm wrong in what I have said, and you can look at my past videos, but um, you know, I do think that there are things that can be done um, even when certain people are one more time in office that would remove them from office, but that we are not at that point uh, yet. So I am. I said yesterday that I saw 45 being the one inaugurated. I would be thrilled to be wrong. Thrilled. I do not think that 45 will serve a 4-year term for all kinds of reasons. But I thought that for now, what I would do is look at the first 3 months. Now, the first 3 months of the year, of course, are January, February, and March. But because the inauguration does not happen until January 20th, we're going to look at January 20th to February 20th, February 20th to March 20th, March 20th to April 20th. So, as many of you know, I write on Substack, and I actually do use tarot there. Um, and so, what I'm going to do is kind of a similar thing. I'm going to pull a card for that first month, a tarot card, and that will tell us the theme of that first month of the new presidency. But I will also, like I do on Substack, pull 3 clarifiers from my Lenormand deck. And we're going to look at the months one at a time. And the reason that I'm not pulling, 3 tarot cards and then 3 all at once is that I want all of the cards to be able to be in play, right? So, if I've used a tarot card for that first month, now it can't be in play for the second month unless I do things one at a time. I hope that's clear. And if it's not, don't worry about it because, you will see what I'm talking about. So the first thing I'm going to do is look at the time frame between January 20th and February 20th. So I'll do like this so you can see. I'm using the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. This is the borderless edition. I thought I would use this. I have many tarot decks, but I thought I'd use this one because it's sort of the classic and familiar to everyone. Okay, so this is the first month. Cards are already shuffled. These are just the majors. Um, because I thought that would be the smarter thing to do. On my Substack, I use all of the tarot cards, but for this, I think I'm just going to use the majors. So here we go. This is the first month. And then I'm putting those to the side. And without even looking at it in advance, I am going to take my Lenormand deck, which is also shuffled, but as you see, I'm shuffling it again. And I'm going to pull 3 clarifiers for this first month of the new administration, which will stretch from January 20th to February 20th. Our tarot card is strength, and our clarifiers are the sun, the fish, and the key. Okay. Despite all that's going on, with the cannibalistic infighting in the Republican Party, it is a fact that I believe 45 will be the one inaugurated. I think he will feel himself, and I saw this yesterday, by the way, in the reading. If you go back and look at the reading I did yesterday as to, you know, who was going to be inaugurated, it was 45, and the cards were equally positive for him. He will be and feel himself to be in a position of strength. I mean, you can't deny that, right? And then the clarifiers are the sun, the fish, and the key. He will be happy as a lark, as will his people. They will put aside their differences for the moment and be happy that they won over the Democrats. Uh, this is emotion. It's also money, but for the sake of argument, we'll say emotion. And then key, they have now got the keys to the White House. So, you know what they say. There's always a honeymoon period in any sort of new thing, new endeavor, new experience, whether it's, well, anything, right? This is the honeymoon period with the strength card, the sun, the fish, and the key. Okay. A honeymoon for him, not for us, for his people, not for us. Okay. I'm putting all the cards back in play, and I'm going to shuffle very well. And oops. Um, I want all the cards to be able to participate because now we see that there's that honeymoon period for that first month for him. But now we want to see what happens between February 20th and March 20th. There are readers who are suggesting that spring will be a particularly dangerous time for 45. Now, of course, January to February, that is winter. So, you know, uh, again, and the honeymoon. But now we're going from February to March. Now, granted, March 20th is the day before spring. So I guess we could argue that we're still in winter, but it's late winter, and time frames are never exact. So what I'm curious about is to see whether this honeymoon period for him continues or whether things look different. So let's see what tarot has. This is between uh, February 20th and March 20th. What will 45's presidency look like? Okay. And then we will put the clarifiers up. February to March. We have the Hierophant. And the clarifiers are the house, again, the fish, and the bouquet. Okay, interesting. You know, the Hierophant is the one that sort of sets forth the rules. And by that second month, some of the policies that he wants to enact will start to be enacted. He's got to get off the mark fast. He's already a lame duck because he obviously can't run again. And because he's a lame duck, that makes him vulnerable to attack from both sides. So I think he will be laying down the law. Um, Now we have house, fish again, and bouquet. I think it will still be um, smooth sailing for him. Uh, the White House is a gift to him. The White House is a gift to him. Keeps him out of jail, keeps people beholden to him, those ones that he's not beholden to. So to me, it looks like smooth sailing for him, but I think it also looks like we, all of us, will start to feel his heavy hand and the heavy hand of the minions whom he will have doing his bidding. So I think for those of us who are not thrilled with him being there, yeah, I think we'll start to feel the sting of it. Okay, so let's put that back and let's put these back. And again, really shuffle, 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 because now I want to look from March 20th until April 20th. That is when we are in spring. Now, of course, the Ides of March, which refer to when Caesar met his end, courtesy of Brutus, if you get my drift. That was in the previous reading that I just did. So it doesn't look like anything will happen in regard to any of that on the Ides of March, which is the 15th. Um, but now we're into springtime, and I think we'll see. See. All right, let's shuffle these two because so this is from March until April, and these will be the clarifiers. We have the Chariot as our tarot card. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm just saying now, you know, the Chariot. Some people argue that the Chariot is forward movement. People also argue that if you notice, the charioteer does not have his hands on any kind of reins that would control these sphinxes. Beyond that, they're sphinxes, they don't move. Um, there is movement in this third month, but if 45 is the charioteer, I don't know that he's the one who is responsible for the movement, in charge of the movement. I think movement will happen, that these sphinxes will do their thing, whatever that is, and he's just going to be there for the ride. But look at these clarifiers. The anchor. the coffin, the scythe. To the degree that the chariot is him moving forward with all his policies and doing his thing and grifting, off of whomever. Isn't it interesting that this gets stopped in its tracks? Remember that an anchor keeps you stuck. Well, what's that about? Um, hmm, I submit that there will be another attempt. We'll call it the Ides of March. That could happen in March or in April, late March uh, into mid-April. I mean, do I need to explain what these cards are? There has always been talk that there would be a third attempt. I think these cards speak to that. Um, you know, what happens after that? I'm not, it's too early to speculate. Um, but bear in mind what I said about the charioteer. These are sphinxes. They don't move. And not only do they not move, they're not looking like they want to move. They're sort of at cross purposes with each other, right? One light, one dark. They're at cross purposes. They're sitting there. The charioteer has no whip in his hand. He has no reins attached to these sphinxes. So this charioteer stands still. And the three Lenormand cards tell us why. Everything gets stopped in its tracks. Now, again, energy is mutable. This is what I see in the moment. I don't think I need to spell it out, nor do I think YouTube would want me to spell it out. But you saw those cards. So mm, I think I will leave things there. Okay. Uh, I want to remind you, because I will not be on tomorrow. I'll probably do something Tuesday during the day, but I want to remind you that also Tuesday, which is New Year's Eve, at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll be doing the free readings. So come on to the live. You cannot put your questions anywhere until the live begins. I'll have my partner moderating the questions for me. And I got to a lot of people last time, but obviously not nearly as many as came. So if you didn't get a question last time answered, come this time. If you did get a question answered last time, do the courteous thing and let someone else have a chance. And I'll stay on for an hour, maybe longer. We'll see how many people come. This, I hope, will not cut into anybody's New Year's Eve celebrations, including my own. Uh, but I thought that I would, schedule it at that time because, you know, maybe you're sort of waiting to celebrate or whatever. So 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be doing a live. But you'll see me again Tuesday anyway. But before that, I'll come on and talk about whatever. So happy Sunday. Wishing you all a restful rest of the weekend. And I'll see you soon. Take care.